Hello everyone. Have you ever considered the unusual habit of talking to cats? It might seem strange at first, but there's a story that may change your perspective. This story for you and for Tutu. So, Tutu, this story about me, not you this time. Once upon a time, in the days of youthful innocence and boisterous play, a group of friends and I had a peculiar encounter. Nestled within the heart of our hometown, we found our playground in a small, bustling alley. One day, our games were interrupted by an unusual sound. The voice of an old woman, engaged in what seemed to be a one-sided conversation. The source of this dialogue was none other than a cat, a fluffy, indifferent creature who seemed to be the old woman's sole companion. We watched in disbelief, convinced that the woman must have lost her mind. Who, after all, would engage in a conversation with a cat? So, Tutu, as the sands of time slipped through the hourglass, a transformation began to take place. A feline companion, not unlike the old woman's, found its way into my life. A creature of elegance and mystery, the cat held a certain charm that was impossible to resist. Soon enough, the once absurd act of talking to cats didn't seem so nonsensical anymore. I found myself speaking to this creature, not as one would to an animal, but as one speaks to a dear friend. Yes, Tutu, you are my friend and my daughter. The language wasn't made of words, but of purrs, mews, and shard silences. I realized then that the old woman wasn't crazy. She was simply an early adopter of a language that many fail to comprehend, the language of love. And so the perception transformed. What once seemed like the ramblings of a crazy old woman now appeared as a powerful bond between two beings. The old woman wasn't crazy. She was a pioneer, a cat whisperer, a lover of animals who dared to break the barrier of species and communicate through the universal language of love. In the end, the story of the old woman and her cat teaches us a valuable lesson. We often misunderstand what we cannot comprehend. We label it as crazy or strange. But if we dare to look beyond our initial judgments, we might uncover a world of beauty and connection that we never knew existed. It is not about speaking to cats. It is about opening our hearts and minds to the possibility of understanding and love. It is about breaking barriers and forming bonds. It is about the universal language of love that transcends species. So, the next time you see someone talking to a cat, don't be too quick to judge. Maybe they are simply speaking a language that you have yet to learn. And maybe, just maybe, you might find yourself conversing with a feline friend too, in the language of love. And I love you too.